Hello, my fellow adventurers! This is Mloentje. Welcome back to Throne and Liberty. Guys, it's Thursday, it's update day, and there is so much to look into. But the first thing we are gonna look into that most people probably will be interested in is we've got a higher tier difficulty, right? We've got a new difficulty on the raid. So if we check on the raid right now, basically, where the hell is it? Holy crap, where can I set up the difficulty? Normal? Difficult? Nightmare. Nightmare has unleashed, guys. Minimum combat power, 7,000. So yeah, we need for the regular one, 6,000. For the normal one, we only need 5,000. So 7,000 is a high mark to get, but it is completing the highest difficulty. Nightmare is a guaranteed jewelry heroic, guys. So jewelry heroics came into the game to acquire. So yeah, they're all from the raid, of course. Now if we look at the difficult one, we can see that it also drops from here. Plus we have selection chests now apparently here as well. So that is armor selection chest, that is armor and weapon selection chests. No jewelry selection chest, but the jewelry is in the loot pool for the difficult one. And then for the normal one, we do have it in the loot pool now. So yeah, you might be able to actually get it without having to buy it. Now we can also, like I just said, we can also buy them from the shop. So if we go to the Raid Good Exchange Merchant, you can see here that they are in the shop as well. It surprised me a little bit to see that they were only 80, because the armors were 80 and the weapons were 100. I was expecting like 150, maybe even, for the accessories, because it is like the next tier of upgrades that you can take, right? And then comes the choice, which one do I want and what stats can I actually pick on these, on the necklace or on the ring. So the necklace we see, of course, we see strength with critical hit chance. We also see Darkwing's power, so melee and range defense 300 and max mana 1000. If we look at the armor pieces, we can see max health 2000 and magic defense increased by 300. So if you equip an armor piece and then a jewelry piece, your defense level over all three magic, melee and range defense will go up by 300. 2000 more health and 1000 more mana. So that's really, really nice bonus on top of it. And like I said, we've got the necklace here, strength, critical hit chance, and 3 unlocks that we can take. We've got the ring with dexterity and attack speed. We've got the belt with fortitude and damage reduction, and the shackle bracelets, wisdom, heavy attack evasion, and then we've got the earrings with perception and endurance on it. Now, on top of that, there is a whole lot of perks that we can, of course, pick, right? So to look into that one, we are going to take a quick look at Questlog, where I can really show you every perk that you can get. All right, so Questlog, guys, I've got my PvP heal build that I have with the items that I have right now, like completely not where I wanted it to be. We got PvP heal biz, so this is the build I kind of want to go for. Kind of a triple endurance, triple collision, stun, and weaken resist, and then triple defense as well, all right? On top of basically I kind of want to go for damage reduction, but I'm doubting right now if damage reduction at this point is really the way to go, because it's basically a flat damage reduction. If somebody does 12,000 damage on me, they're still gonna do 11,800 on me, right? So damage reduction, it's only like crossbow that hit for like 500, they're only gonna hit for 400. So still doubting a little bit about that, but yeah, let's take a look, guys. So for me, right now, I'm still doubting between the earrings and the belt that I would go for. So if we actually do belt, because we need to unequip before we can look at everything else. So choking conviction, guys. What do we have? We got strength, critical hit chance, 3 heroic events and effects, and then all the traits. So a lot of traits and then the heroic traits, right? So we got max health. Let's quickly check in this menu here. So max health, max mana. So the basic fat stats. We got the health regen and the mana regen. And then for the actual necklace, we got all the chances. So bind chance, stun chance, fear, sleep, weaken, silence, collision, petrification chance. We've got the skill damage boost and the buff duration on here. So yeah, necklace all chances. If we look at the bracelet, that's gonna be all the resistances that we can get. For the rings, it's again the chances that we can get. The belt is again gonna be the resistances. And then, well, the earrings kind of work in a different way. They've got the side, front, or back side of the defenses or increased damages, right? So if we look below, we've got defense evasion, hit, heavy attack chance, heavy attack evasion, critical hit, endurance, and critical damage resistance. So yeah, pretty nice stats, guys. It's a lot of stats, and that means a lot of build diversity. Now, the heroic effects basically works kind of the same, I do believe, as the heroic effect, the heroic weapon and the cloak. So if you look at what stats the necklace actually has, it has strength and it has critical hit chance, right? So those are the two stats that are on the actual necklace. You cannot switch them out, meaning that you will not find these in the heroic effects. So here we can see dexterity, wisdom, perception, fortitude. So all the other stats are in here because we already have strength on the choking conviction. So you can't pick a second strength stat. We've got hit, heavy attack chance, attack speed, evasion, endurance, heavy attack evasion, healing received, cooldown speed, mana cost efficiency, max health. So again, we don't see critical hit chance in here because that's already a stat that is on the necklace. So it will not be in the list. And that's kind of the setup all of the jewelry work towards. So choking conviction, we got strength, critical hit. So if we go bolster right now and we go fortified and we go for the shackled twilight, the bracelets. So the bracelet will give us wisdom and heavy attack evasion. If we go for the heroic effects, we can see wisdom is not in the list. Heavy attack evasion is not going to be in the list, but we get bonus damage in the place. Mana cost efficiency, cooldown, healing received, endurance, evasion, attack speed, heavy attack chance, critical hit chance is this time in the list because it's not on. See, that's the train of thought that I have, and it's really nice because this gives you an option to pick out of everything in the game, guys. You can go triple stat. You can go 8 strength, 8 dexterity, 8 perception if you already have enough critical hits. So triple stat boost is really nice as well, right? And basically it's a quadruple stat boost because you already get the stat on the actual item itself. So we would get wisdom and strength and dexterity and perception, or strength, perception, and fortitude. So yeah, really nice way to build, or to actually create more build diversity, guys. So yeah, that's really cool. At the bottom again, we can see, like I said, max health, max mana. We got the regens in here, and then we've got all the resists in here. And all the way down, we've got debuff duration lowered, right? I might actually go, if I would pick bracelet, skill damage resist, and I would go for more stun, weaken, and collision resist, because those are the 3 that I'm kind of building for if I would go for the bracelets, right? For the, let's click this one away. Let's get the bangle on. For the ring, we've got Eternal Promise, guys. Eternal Promise brings us dexterity and attack speed. And again, these will not be traits that we can find in the heroic effects. So strength, wisdom, perception, fortitude, hit, crit hit, heavy attack, evasion, endurance, heavy attack evasion, healing received, cooldown speed, mana cost, bonus damage. So you can see it's always the same setup out of the stats that you can pick, guys. So yeah, really nice. Again, with the rings, we got the chances. So max health, mana, the regens, the chances, skill damage boost, buff duration. At the bottom, same pick. Defense evasion, hit, heavy attack evasion, crit hit, endurance, critical damage resistance, right? So that's for the rings. For the belt, we need to do this one as well. There we go. And then we go for the belt. The belt has fortitude and damage reduction on it. So yeah, if you want to go for damage reduction, which I'm doubting would be better than actually going for more endurance or more defense. Right now, I think I'm gonna need to switch that up a little bit. But right now, this is no longer what's on my mind. And I'll talk to you about that later. Because there was another news bulletin, and that kind of made me jump out of my seat. So yeah, we'll talk about that later. Binding Treachery, guys. Fortitude, damage reduction on here. So in this list, we got strength, dexterity, wisdom, perception, hit, crit hit, heavy attack, attack speed, evasion, endurance, heavy attack evasion, healing received, cooldown speed, mana cost efficiency. So no max damage because we already have damage reduction on here. So we already have a damage reduction or increase, so that's why it's not in this list. And then at the bottom, defense, evasion, hit, heavy attack, evasion, crit hit, endurance. Like I said, same pools, guys. It's the same pools, unless it's resists or chance. For the necklace, and that's what I'm kind of doubting about, we actually can go into more endurance, perception and endurance, right? Now, the reason I would go for the belt is because it basically has fortitude, and fortitude is one of the higher stats or the more difficult stats to get. But we can also get the fortitudes out of this one, but then it would be 8 instead of 10, right? Which with the belt, it would be 10 instead of 8 if we would pick that stat. So for this one, for the earrings, we got perception, endurance, guys. And again, it is chances. So back hit, side hit, front hit. So all the chances to actually do more damage. Back bonus, side bonus, front bonus, side, back. We know how the jewelry actually works, or the earrings actually work. And then heroic traits, same loot pool, guys. Critical damage, endurance, all the same. And then if we look at what we have perception and endurance. So perception and endurance will not be in the list, but we will have everything else. Now, strength, dexterity, wisdom, fortitude. 0 front evasion, 0 front endurance, 0 front heavy attack evasion, 0 front damage reduction. So really weird that there's no stat behind this this evasion. I think it's gonna be 10 or 20, something like that we can actually get. Side heavy attack chance, 120. Endurance. How do we get with the normal ones right now? If we switch this one up. What rights? What do we get? Chances are 40. I might actually get 40 increase then with the heroic as well. And that's basically all of the heroic jewelry or accessories that we can get, guys, and all the traits you can expect from these perks. Now, if I would actually refresh my page, completely buzzed out, I have 6,876. I talked about before. We need 7,000 Gearscore to actually go in the highest difficulty of the new raids, the new raid difficulty. Where are we gonna get it, guys? And this is what I talked about earlier. There was another announcement, and Dre told me at work, and I jumped out of my seat when I heard it. And well, let's take a look, guys. Let's take a look at where I'm getting this information from and what's gonna happen in September that blew my mind. So what we're looking right now is the latest video they uploaded for Throne and Liberty, guys, the creator roundtable. So you can see here a couple YouTubers talking with Tico and basically asking a bunch of questions. And right now they're talking about the boosted servers that are coming along or are gonna be created for newer players to be able to faster jump into the content where we that have been playing for almost a year now are at the game, right? We have been progressing towards the raids, and they're kind of asking like, what will the gear score be for newer players to get on those boosted servers to get into the raids, right? Because they kind of want to have people. Well, I'm gonna let them talk, guys, and then just look at the reaction when he announces what's gonna come in September. It's freakishly amazing. I jumped out of my seats.
One of the things we're doing is we want to catch people up enough. Like I think you mentioned the raid, but our raid came out recently, and we're really hoping a lot of new and returning players can quickly get to that raid. We think it's some of our most fun PvE content that we've released in a while. So we're hoping that players can jump in pretty quickly for that.
So what is the gear score after?
Yeah, so, well, we're still testing the balance of that, but right now we're targeting somewhere between 6,000 and 6,500 combat power as the target for that.
Here it comes, guys.
So pretty high.
Here it comes.
And maybe now's a good time, I guess, or you ought to react a little bit to it. But in September, we are also planning to release Tier 3 gear, and so Hyper Boost will...
Look at these guys. He's jumping in a seat. He's doing exactly the same I did. Like, what? Tier 3 gear in September? I just finished all my armor on my heal biz build, and I've just started like looking into, oh, can I do a PvE DPS build instead of the PvP heal build that I focus? I don't even have the nebula items yet. I don't even have the Cordy wand yet. Like, I don't even have the Archboss weapons. I don't have the nebula items, and they're already talking about Tier 3 gear in freaking September. That is 10 days away, September. Guys, so in 1 month time, it might be possible that we're gonna be farming a complete new set. Like, I'm not really sure. They talk a little bit more, so let's listen a little bit more. But tier 3 gear, and it also surprised me where they are gonna be able to drop. Because when I heard it, Andre at work told me, actually, I jumped my seat at work, like, holy crap, what did you say? I was like, okay, but are we gonna get new land mass, right? Are we gonna get a map expansion? Because new gear needs to drop from somewhere, and that's exactly the same question that the other YouTubers are asking, like, where is it gonna drop? So yeah, let's listen a little bit further, guys.
Give players tier 2 gear, they'll end up with that, get to around 6 to 6.5k CP.
He's shaking his head like, no, come on. What are you saying?
Right. Okay, now I have a lot of questions.
I have a lot of questions. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
So first of all, where will it drop? Like, with the new content where it drops? Is it like the old content?
Yeah, so there will be some new content coming as well. As part of Hyper Boost, we'll have some new co-op dungeons that are coming. So we have 2 new co-op dungeons in addition to everything else that we've announced. We're also upgrading our tier 1 field bosses. That's an area that we want to revisit. So they're going to get upgrades.
Tier 1 bosses, guys.
They will become more powerful. And so players will be going back into Lazon and Stoneguard, which we really like those areas as well. So getting back and being able to explore those parts of the worlds will come back. So those field bosses will drop upgraded gear as well.
That's funny because I mentioned that to my community and said, okay, like if they have to introduce soon tier 3, but at the same time I said, okay, then I need new dungeons or I need something.
Yeah, you need content. You need content where it can drop. I would have loved it if it was a new map expansion. I rather they hold it off for a little bit longer and actually brought out a new map expansion. It didn't need to be big. It didn't need to be the Landry size. Like, just a new map expansion where the new dungeons are located. A higher zone, even, right? Higher mobs, higher zone, other, like, better loots. Reusing. It's in one way, I understand it, because they're reusing the tier 1 bosses that nobody's playing anymore. The only people that are playing tier 1 bosses are the guys that still need Amatoy from those bosses. That's the only reason you would go to those bosses. And if you have every other piece of gear, right? Basically speaking. I still can't believe it. Like, I still cannot believe it. And as a tier 3, that is also what is, and that's why I was talking about this. Like, right now in the game, my gear score is 6.7, right? I'm still missing Nebula items. I'm still missing, I got my heroic wand. It still need to be upgraded, so I'm definitely gonna go a little bit higher with there. But as you can see, I don't have any Nebula item on me right now. The cloak I still need to upgrade and trade out before I can switch it out with the Grieving Vengeance cloak that I'm using. So I do have some leeway still to go up, but you have to have 7,000 before you need to get into the legendary. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be new gear, and that's gonna be September, guys. So yeah, really nice, really excited. New co-op dungeons, back to the old bosses. That is really cool. That means also the co-op bosses in your guild, the bosses you already have, are gonna be picked again. Like, a lot of people are not fighting the Ackman brothers anymore, or they're not fighting. They're not interested in Pakilo anymore because the entire guild got everything from Pakilo, right? Well, that means you can go back in your guild to the old bosses because they will drop those tier 3 items that you will be needing. And my quest log that I just finished, or am finishing right now and still working on, in a month's time, in 2-3 weeks, I don't know for sure. Next week they're gonna release a lot more about the tier 3 gear, I do believe. I heard in the interview. But yeah, we're gonna need to rebuild. New gear, that means new talents, new perks. I think it might be tier 3 gear might be the same as the jewelry we got now. Right now in the game we've got, if I look at it, I don't think I actually have character. Do I have one upgraded piece? Really? I don't have any upgraded piece. I think let's do this. Where are you? So right now in the game we got the enchanted, right? The necklaces. So that's exactly the same one, but now it has more stat bonuses behind it. The set effect, right? For equip this wisdom, skill damage boost, and max health. It might be possible that tier 3 gear is gonna work exactly the same that it is gonna be our, for instance, I'm using the Auric complete set of Auric, right? Or the 4 set until I get, well, the 5 set because I'm using the cloak. But it might be Auric 2.0, right? It might be if you equip 5 of them, which is already, if you equip 2, if you equip 5, it might be, the 3 set might be if you equip all 5 of these, then you get extra set effects again. It might be something like that. Like, nobody knows at this point what it is gonna be, but it is definitely something exciting to look at. And then, yeah, September, guys, battlegrounds are gonna come. We've got the housing that we can, player house that we can buy and then decorate. Like, there's so much to look into. And even in this update, guys, we still got, we got a new chicken that we need to Solicium Grand Morph Festival. We got a new shop with new Galantia's Faithful Disciple bundle, like a bunch of new stuff that's added that we definitely need to look at the upgrade of the update itself. So that's gonna be another video. That's gonna be a video for tomorrow. Today, I just wanted to go over, well, the new jewelry, what you can expect, what traits you can find on those, and well, basically check out your quest log and min-max to your pleasure, guys, like I always did. Like I said, I think the jewelry was 2.5 hours, and I'm still doubting on the pieces that I need to use. And then, of course, the exciting news, guys. Tier 3 in September. New co-op dungeons, and basically the old bosses that are gonna be used again. So yeah, really nice news. I'm gonna end up my episode here. If you want to see more of my quest progression, my Let's Play here in Throne and Liberty, guys, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.